When I got hired by Lou Holtz, I actually got a call, and if I ever write a book, the title is going to be, the book is Daddy, Coach Holtz is on the phone. I was coaching at the University of Michigan, and my daughter Laura, who at that time was 5th grade, 4th grade, came downstairs and said, Daddy, Mr. Holtz is on the phone, he wants to talk to you. And I said, tell Frank, I'll call him back later. Frank being my best friend, who was not beyond doing this. And my wife Ann said, how would she know Coach Holtz? Sure enough, Lou Holtz is on the phone. And offers me an opportunity to come to the University of Notre Dame. He said, come Tuesday. He said, I want to interview you. I said, okay. I went through the whole deal, saw the campus, saw everything you could possibly see. It was a blur to me. And at the end of the day, I had still not seen Lou Holtz. And I was standing next to these two doors with one of the assistant coaches, and the doors opened, and there was Lou Holtz. And he said, Bob, step in here. Ironically, it's just about like this, and I'm there, and I step in, and there's the Notre Dame football team. And he said, man, I want to introduce you to our new tight end coach, Bob Chmiel. Coach, what are you going to pay me? I mean, nothing. That was it. That was my indoctrination. That's where I was hired, right there. Basically, I had no say-so in it. But it turned out to be one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. And that night, true story, that night, I'm in his office, and he said, listen, I know you coach linebackers and running backs. He said, but you're going to coach tight ends here at Notre Dame. And he said, I'm going to give you two problem children. One is Pete Kreplevich, and the other one's Leon Wallace. Okay? They're underachievers on the field. They're underachievers in the classroom. You'll see them tomorrow at about 10 o'clock. They're coming to see you. I got to get going. Zoom, and he's gone. So now I'm coaching at Notre Dame, the first day at Notre Dame, and he's sending me two guys that don't want to do anything. And they came to see me the next day, and they kind of looked at me, and I kind of looked at them, and I said, I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm a coach looking to coach some players. You guys are players that need a coach, because both of you are underachievers in the class. Don't shuffle around your chairs now. I know what your grades are. I checked them. And I've seen you play on the field. I remember when you were in high school, and you're underachievers on the field. I said, but this is what we're going to do. I'm going to treat the both of you like men, because one day I want you to do great things in your life, and I one day want to be a head football coach. So we got a little thing going here. We're going to get together, blah, blah, blah. And they kind of looked at me, and a little, who's this guy, where's he from, on this and that. And they went off on their way, and I went off on my way, and the next day we went out to practice. And it was harder for them than it was for me. But through a period of time, I saw two young guys that could have not been from more diverse backgrounds come together for a common good as brothers. Pete Kreplevich is from Hamtramck, Michigan. An only child. His mother was a Polish immigrant. And she raised Peter. Peter had never met his dad. And you know, Hamtramck, Michigan is a Polish enclave that's a suburb of Detroit, but it's actually surrounded on four sides by Detroit. That's where the Chrysler plant is. So here comes Peter from Hamtramck, Michigan, Polish mother, first language was Polish, and he comes to Notre Dame. Underachiever on the field, underachiever in the classroom. Leon Wallace, African American, Euless, Texas. Upper middle class family, mom, dad, extended family. Mom was an executive with American Airlines at the time. The dad was also in the travel business. Here's two guys that could not have been more different and came from more different backgrounds. But they settled in on a common cause to be the best they could be. And they became like brothers. First year, they both had great years. Coach Holtz couldn't say enough about them. I had trouble keeping their feet on the ground. Second year is their senior year. Now, your senior year and your junior year, those pro scouts, they're all over you. They're watching you in every game. They're watching you in every practice, on and on. Now, I mentioned to Coach Holtz one time, I said, you know what? They have equal ability. Leon was a bigger, stronger blocker. Peter was more athletic as a pass catcher. He said, Bob, you got a perfect situation. Every Thursday, you tell them who's going to start. And you tell them today on Monday that they will compete on Thursday. And they'll become better football players because of that. And they did. So on Thursday, we'd be walking off the field, one come here, one come there, saying, who's starting, Bobby? I'd say, Peter, you're starting this game. Okay, well, Leon, give him kind of a little funny look. Next time, Leon, you're starting Thursday. This Saturday, maybe not. Now, We're coming to play Texas. Texas is coming into Notre Dame Stadium. Leon Wallace, Euless, Texas. He needed 40 tickets. His last game, home game at Notre Dame, national television. We're on a streak right now. We won a bunch of games. The whole country is watching. His sister was the captain of the Texas volleyball team. Big game. Great week of practice and everything like that. Pro scouts up in the booth. The announcer starting at tight end for the University of Notre Dame. People listening on the radio. 80,000 people in Notre Dame Stadium. Thursday before the game, we're walking off the field. Peter comes up to me. He said, Bobby, who's going to start? And I said, you are. And he said, no, I'm not. I said, you clearly had a better week. He said, no, I didn't. I said, yes, you did. He said, no, I didn't. He said, Coach, this guy has got 40 people coming from Texas. 40 people. Beside his mom and dad and the Texas women's volleyball team. And his sister's the captain. You start Leon Wallace. You think athletics is important? You think you can learn the lessons in life through athletics? That day was probably one of the greatest days of my life.